What's up, everybody? Eddie Valencia here with KUCR Radio, NAMM 2023. I'm standing here with Tim at Beat Machine. Thanks for doing this interview with us, brother.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Absolute pleasure.
First time at NAMM?
Not my first time at NAMM. First time exhibiting at NAMM. I've been here a few. I've got a bit of a history here in the MI industry, but this is the first time that I'm coming here with my company that I founded called Endless. We started out as a software company building an app that allows you to collaborate live online with musicians from all over the world. And then just about a year ago, NJ, who's over there, the amazing NJ, one of our community members, posted in our Discord server, hey, what if Endless was an arcade machine? And everyone's just like, wow, amazing idea, it's never going to happen. 2 days later, he came back with some Photoshop mock-ups, and everyone's just like, wow, amazing Photoshop mock-ups, it's never going to happen. A week later, we're just like, yo, I got some junk and put it together and did it. And it went on. He ordered components and basically built this entire prototype. And then June last year, we took that prototype to an event in New York, and everyone was just like, beat-making arcade machine. So here we are. We kind of took the project in-house. We turned it into a proper product. Here, this is the launch edition. We've got 25 of these available now. They are collector's editions. There's a lot of tech, a lot of love, a lot of bespoke components in here.
Yeah, when I look at them, it looks like an arcade machine, but it says Beat Machine, so and the buttons are colorful and not all lit up, but it looks like an arcade machine. But the idea is you build a beat, or you explore some sound, or you do some. There we go. Look, yeah, there's the color right there. So, like you would on like any type of beat machine. So, it looks like an arcade game. Is it a game, or is it a way to make music? Is it both?
This is a really good question. There's a massive opportunity to link up music games and music creation. No one's done it yet. There's a billion people have downloaded Piano Tile on Android. A few tens of millions of people make music in like Fruity Loops and Ableton, but nobody has built something that takes you all the way from playing simple music games right the way to making your own music. This is what we're doing here. And we're starting out this hardware form factor. So here we've got 3 experiences. There's a beginner's one that is super simple. It's really on rails. And it's a great kind of first musical experience if you've never made any music before. Then we've got the Sound Explorer, which is just kind of like reduced, but still, it gives you a lot of expression as to what you can do. And then we've got the full Endless software there, which is kind of more like a DAW focused around live music creation. So let's start off with the beginner mission. It just gives me a bunch of loops that I can select from. Gives me a bit of time to listen to the loops. And now it's recording a layer of what I'm selecting.
So it's like a live sampling.
It's live sampling, right. But it's taken me through, now it's giving me drums to choose from. Now it's giving me some bass, so, I'm having my first experience of building a track up here. This is based on a track by the EDM legend BT. Great EDM producer. He gave us the stems to build this game around this track. So yeah, this is an entertainment experience. This is what we imagine as like your gateway into music creation. So let's just finish that early there. Hey, little hot tip. Pan up there.
Oh, we're live.
We're live, yeah. So every session you do here on the Beat Machine, if you're logged in on your account, we send you the video of it afterwards for you to post on your socials. So
that beginner one was a series of stems given to you by a producer, yeah. And then through those stems you kind of build your own version of a song and based on whatever order you want. So it's for someone who's never made music, they're really just like, wow, building something with ideas that are already there.
Yeah, it plants a seed that like you can. It makes a link between the music you hear and actually physically being able to control it, and that's a gateway in, because so many people, like, I had a former career as a musician. That's how I got into this whole thing, and people came up to me so many times saying, "I'd love to do what you do, but I can't do it. I don't. Excuses." But the way the music industry operates now puts this idea in people's head that that music has to be the stuff you hear on Spotify. It doesn't. It absolutely doesn't. I really want to see a world where we think about music making in the way that we think about sports. Like, if you're not amazing at football, that's totally fine. It's totally fine to play five-a-side with your friends at a really low level, and that's totally legit. People don't question that. We should, like, music should have its equivalent of that, really, and this is what we're building for.
Love it. It's almost like if people love football, they play fantasy football on the side, build their own teams. On the beginner one, building your own song with whatever loops you enjoy. And then now there's also an intermediate.
Right, exactly, yeah. So this intermediate mode, this gives you more flexibility. So here, you've got a bunch of sounds. I've got drums here. I've got some loops, again, by BT. I've got some bass sounds. I've got a synth. This is a synth actually built by BT, so I can put some chords.
It looks like there's some parameters you can mess with on the right.
Yeah, totally. And then you can
So is
really get. That's. I mean, I can get.
So is the BPM set to a certain tempo at this? Or can you mess with that?
Mess with that?
His tempo's right there on the screen. And it looks like I was about to ask about auto, time correction. It seems like you could turn it on or turn it off. It looks like.
The time correction. Oh right, yeah, totally. So
if you're playing off beat, will it fix the kick drum for you if you wanted to?
Yeah, so you can. So here you've got this like live quantizer mode. Let's try some different. So it's doing live quantizers, keeping on the beat. I can turn that off. So you can do some get like loose J Dilla kind of. Actually, that's too quick.
And are these drum samples you sampled yourself? Is this worked some drum packs?
Some of these are samples that we commissioned. Some of these are samples from the community, but these are built-in sound packs. I wish I had kind of like synth skills, but I don't really. I like.
So I see on the screen, some of the squares are colored and some are not. Is there a scale present? Is there something like that?
Exactly. So we're currently following the key. I think this is in a key of C minor actually, but we can now put it in chromatic mode. So, oh, hang on.
So you can run out of time when you're doing it.
Right. Yeah. Well, this is in show mode. You could also this is the first batch of 25 of these. They're like collector's editions. There's lots of really bespoke componentry, and we can really. The great thing about there being just 25 of these is we can really customize each unit for the end user. So,
in what ways are they customizable? For example.
So, the content pack. This is an option. On the bass beat machine. This is more designed for venues. So we could create, for example, we could put your branding on the video. So people come to your venue, they do something on the beat machine, they get the video, and then they post it online, and you see your brand, you see the context. It spreads awareness. If you're a producer and you just want this for your studio, you want something to like break you out of that, the kind of like the prison of your DAW, we can build something that's much more based around. This is like the full fat endless experience. Right now, this is on a timer like all the other missions because we're in show mode, but we can get rid of the timer, so it's You know, we can.
And this Endless Studio is like your custom DAW for this.
Yeah, this is our software. This is the software that has been out for like a couple of years, and we're now building the beat machine around. You can download this for free on Mac and Windows. We've also got an iOS app. Anything you create on those accounts, you can access on your phone, on your desktop. Come and log into the beat machine, access your sounds on the beat machine, create performance. It's all about like creative tools, or your creative flow until now has been tied to actual physical hardware. We don't think that's the right way. Your creative tools should be attached to your identity. So you should be able to go and log into a beat machine anywhere in the world, and you've got your sounds, you've got your riffs, you've got your settings. You can just go and be you in that context. Just scan the QR code and sign in.
How much would one of these, or does one of these, retail for?
These initial units, $10,000. They're collector's items, very much collector's items. We're looking at future models that, you know, we could maybe reduce some of the componentry, but yeah, this is the $10,000.
Is there are you guys looking to making these? Right now they're collectors, but do you see folks having these at some point at clubs or bars or something like that?
Right. Yeah, this is exactly where this is going. So we're thinking of entertainment venues, amusement arcades, because I mean that whole industry is massive. It's growing so quickly right now. It's insane. Like the you know, Gen Z all over these like IRL experiences. So bowling alleys are massive. You know, arcades, pinball machines, massive, like growing so quickly. So we're thinking venues like that. You know, my dream is to see in every like big stadium around the world, you've got a bank of 10 beat machines, and part of the experience of, you know, the act that's coming through that night, we just take stems of their music, we create beat machine experiences so their fans can have a remix experience at the show, get the content of their session, post it online, so it's value for the fans, it's value for the artist, it's value for the venue. This is a dream.
Well, y'all are thinking outside the box, yo. So I appreciate that as a musician, a producer, and someone who loves music, and the idea of having it be accessible. That's like a very cool thing. So good luck, y'all. Beat Machine.
Thank you.
It's the Endless Studio. We're at NAMM 2023, y'all.
Yeah. If you wanna get the software, head to endless with 3s's.fm.
Y'all heard him.